welcome back to our science class. My name is Teacher Yuri, and in today's video, we are actually going to open up a new chapter in our science lesson, and that will be chapter 3, and it's all about materials. Okay, so in this chapter, you will be able to explain properties of materials and classify objects such as transparent, translucent, or opaque, and you'll also be able to discuss how the properties of these materials are linked to their uses in everyday objects. Okay, so what everyday objects are made up of, and you will be also going to identify what materials are actually man-made materials and also natural materials and also synthetic materials. Okay, so please get your student book and open it on chapter 3, materials, and let's start learning. So hello everyone, welcome to our lesson for today. So in today's lesson we are going to open up a new chapter, which is chapter 3. Okay, it's about materials. Okay, so everything around us is actually made of materials. Okay, made up of different materials. So some materials are soft, there are some materials that are hard, there are some materials that are actually smooth, and there are also some materials that are rough or bumpy. Okay, so there are different types of materials and they all have different properties. Okay, so can you guess, let's say for example, anything in your house that is made up of a hard material. Okay, and can you tell me what material is that thing made up of? Okay, let's say for example, a window. Okay, right here, the window. Okay, the window is hard, right? And the window is made up of wood and glass. Okay, so these are considered as hard materials. Okay, so in today's video we are going to look at the different types of properties of materials. Okay, their characteristics. These properties of materials are actually making them very suitable for the uses of their things that are made up of. Okay, so let's get to know the different properties of materials. Before we proceed, these are the different vocabularies that you may encounter in this lesson. Okay, so we have elasticity, we have stretch, we have return, we have pulling, we have hardness, scratch, heat conductivity, heat conductors, and heat insulators. Okay, these words are already translated in Thai so that it will be easy for you to refer to these words as we go on with our lesson for today. Now please pause this video and copy these vocabularies in your notebook. Okay, now let's go ahead and proceed to our lesson. Okay, now in the whole chapter you are going to experiment and explain properties of materials such as elasticity, hardness, heat conductivity, and electrical conductivity. Okay, and also we can classify objects as transparent, translucent, or opaque. Okay. The next we have discuss how properties of materials are linked to their uses in everyday objects. Okay. So in today's video, we are going to separate this lesson in two parts. So for the properties of materials, we are only going to focus today about the elasticity, hardness, and heat conductivity. Okay. So what are the properties of materials? Okay, there are different types of materials and they have different properties. Okay, let's just say some examples of materials are plastic, metal, wood, okay, cloth, fabric, rubber. Okay, those are different materials and they have different properties. Let's start with elasticity. Okay, refer to your vocabulary about the meaning of elasticity. It is an elastic material that can be stretched and it returns to its original shape after the pulling force is removed. Okay, so it's stretched. What is the meaning of stretch? Okay, and then it returns to its original shape after pulling. Now, if a material is only stretching but it cannot go back to its original shape, then that is not elastic. Okay, so it has to stretch and go back to its original shape. Okay, so which of these two objects do you think is elastic? Okay, so first we have the scrunchies. Okay, these are used to tie the hair of women, of girls, and the other one is a wooden chair. So do you think which of these objects can we stretch? Okay, very good. Okay, the scrunchies are the ones that we can stretch because although it is made of fabric, it has rubber inside it. Okay, so rubber is a material that can be stretched. So another example of a rubber is a thing that is made up of rubber is a balloon. Okay, a balloon is stretchable. If you blow a balloon, it becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. It is elastic. Okay. Next, let's go to the second one, which is hardness. Okay, please refer to your vocabulary for the meaning of hardness. Okay, so a hard material cannot be scratched easily. Okay, what is scratch? Now you cannot scratch them easily. Okay, so that is how we could tell that something is hard. Okay, you cannot scratch them easily. Okay, so we have a glass bowl and we also have a paper plate. So which do you think of this is made of a hard material? Okay, so remember that a hard material cannot be scratched easily. So for example, when you get a coin and scratch it on a glass bowl, do you think you can scratch it? Not very easily. Okay, very good. So the answer would be a glass bowl. Okay, now paper is not a hard material. Okay, paper is not a hard material. Okay, so let's go to heat conductivity. Okay, heat always travels from a hotter area to a cooler area. So a material that lets heat pass through it quickly is a heat conductor. Okay, examples of heat conductor are metal. Okay, the heat can pass through a metal very easily. Okay, so for example, you put a spoon in a hot water, the rest of the spoon will become hot. Okay, that's why it is a good heat conductor. Okay, now a material that lets heat pass through it slowly is a heat insulator. Okay, let's say for example, the best example for a heat insulator is when you see your pan, okay, your cooking pan, it is metal on the pan itself, but on the handle it is plastic. So the plastic is a good heat insulator, okay? It is to prevent you from getting burned because heat cannot pass through it fast, okay? It is slowly passing through. So it is a good heat insulator. Whereas the metal on the pan itself is a good heat conductor. So heat can pass through it quickly. Therefore, you can cook your food, okay? So heat conductivity is the ability of the material to let heat pass through it, okay? And heat conductor is a material that lets heat pass through it quickly. For example, metal. Metal is a good heat conductor. Next is heat insulator. Heat insulator is the ability, a material that lets heat pass through it slowly. Okay, one good example is plastic or wood. Okay, those are good heat insulator. Okay, so let's go back one more time. Elasticity is the ability of the material to be stretched and return to its original shape. Okay, hardness is the ability of the material to withstand scratches, or a hard material cannot be scratched easily. Okay, heat conductivity is the ability of the material to pass through, the ability of the material to let heat pass through it. Okay, and then heat conductor allows heat to pass through quickly. Heat insulator allows heat to pass through slowly. Okay, so let's go to this activity. Okay, so to test your knowledge for today, we are going to do an experiment. Okay, let us explore the heat conductivity of different materials. So what you need is you can use one shallow dish, okay, and then a metal spoon, a wooden spoon, a plastic spoon. Okay, if you don't have a wooden spoon, you can use a ice cream stick. Okay, you can use an ice cream stick or popsicle sticks. Okay, and then you're going to slice of butter of equal size. You put them on your spoon, and then you are going to do a timer. Okay, you're going to time the experiment. Now, steps are: place the 3 spoons on the dish and handles of the spoon should be in the hot water. Place a slice of butter at each end of the spoon. Use a timer to measure the time taken for each slice of butter to melt completely. Now, you are going to fill out this table, okay? You are going to record the results in the table below. So, metal spoon, the time taken for the butter to melt completely, okay? How many seconds, how many minutes? Plastic spoon, how many seconds, how many minutes, okay? Wood, how many seconds or how many minutes, okay? And then please answer the following questions. What factors need to be kept the same for the test to be a fair one? Okay, what can you conclude from your results? Okay, so letter A, temperature of the water in the bowl. Okay, the temperature of the water in the bowl. Okay, so please answer letter B and then record the time when the butter melts completely. Okay, please look at the following videos so you'll be able to understand how are we going to exactly conduct this experiment. Okay, so please stay for the next video.
Hi friends, I am Shardul. Welcome to Owl Kids. Today I am going to explain you how different materials conduct heat differently. For this we will need a glass bowl, some stickers or beads, a metal spoon, a plastic spoon and a wooden stick. If you don't have spoon, you can use wooden sticks and some butter and some boiling hot water. We have to put butter on this like this and put them here. Now carefully put one bead or stickers on the spoon. Now carefully pour hot boiling water in the bowl. Make sure the spoons don't fall off. Now we need to wait for 5-6 minutes. As we saw, the butter in the metal spoon melted first. This shows metal is a good conductor of heat than plastic and wood. Thanks for watching my video. Hope you liked it. Subscribe to Owl Kids for more videos.